train wreck in the morning. I'm a bitch in the afternoon.
Hi YouTube, this is my first video, and it's going to be on the review of a book which I read recently, which was entitled Midnight by Sister Soulja. And you may know her from writing The Coldest Winter Ever, which was a really good book. If you haven't read it, please read it. It's a really good book. Overall, the book was good. Don't get me wrong. It was a nice story, you know. It was a good book, but it had its downfalls. The first, 10 chapters, honestly, bored me. It may just be me because I have a short attention span, but it really bored me. It took a lot for me to get into it, and it was one of those books I read on again, off again, and it honestly took me a month to read the book. But if you can make it through the first 10 chapters, it actually becomes a really, really good book, and it's a really great story. It's a love story. You learn things from it. From reading The Coldest Winter Ever, you know who Midnight is, but this is more of his background story. It tells basically how he got to America and how it's different for him because he was raised in Africa and he didn't move to America until I think he was 7. And he's trying to keep his beliefs of his Muslim religion, but trying to also fit in with American society, which really, to him, there's more Americans who don't have no beliefs or no religion or anything like that, and he's trying to keep his and not so much pushing on other people, but anyway, I'm bad for telling a whole book out, so I'm going to try to keep it short. But the book tells basically his life story, how he's helping his mother raise his little sister, he's being the man of the family and everything like that. And they're in Brooklyn. I think it's Brooklyn. I'm bad at this. But they're in a rough area, and there's nothing but drug dealing and stuff like that going on. And it becomes a romance. He finds his love interest. Among many girls that are pursuing him, he actually does fall in love with one. And it turns into their story, and it's unique. I'm not going to tell, the uniqueness of that love story, but it's a really unique love story, and it's really sweet. So, this to me is a must-read, no matter what. If it's just because I'm bored and I have nothing to do, you got a few hours a day or a few hours a week to pick up a book and read, this would be one of those books you do that with. And honestly, I enjoyed it up until the end. And if you read The Coldest Winter Ever, you'll understand what I'm saying when I say she can write a great story. Honestly, she can. But I don't know if she intentionally leaves you asking 50 million questions, or if she just runs out of things to write, she doesn't know where to go, or what. Because I read The Coldest Winter Ever back in, God, I'm not that old, my sophomore year of high school. And from the day I started reading it, actually, there's a part 2 coming out, there's a part 2 coming out, there's a movie coming out, okay, so I read this book and get to the end, and there's strings that are untied and everything like that. I'm like, alright, well, there's supposed to be a part 2 coming out, there's a movie coming out, all that stuff, so everything would get answered. Still waiting on part 2. Where is part 2? So I'm hoping this book isn't like that, because it is honestly an open ending. He totally made me mad to the point I threw the book when I got done reading it. I honestly did. I threw the book when I got done reading it. So prepare for a good read, but a very, very, very messed up ending. It'll piss you off after sitting through 62 chapters of book, and you're left the way you're left. But it is a good book, though, overall. I do recommend it. I would say, honestly, overall, I'd give it 4.5 stars. It's a good book. She's a good writer. She just needs to figure out her endings. So, check it out.